My name is Sonia King. I'm a mosaic artist. You know, it's hard to say how I first got into mosaic or what made me start creating mosaic. My mom made mosaic. She's a mosaic artist now, and she was in the 60s, late 50s. And I don't know if it was because I was seeing mosaic while I was traveling or what it was, but I had my mom's tools and some of her old tiles, and I made a mosaic. And I was so engaged in the process. I was probably maybe a third of the way through the first thing I ever made, and I was like, I'm doing this the rest of my life. Mosaic is interesting in its diversity because there are a zillion different ways to be in the art, and everybody creates mosaic differently. Some people work with only one material. There may be artists who work only in glass tile, and others will work in marble, and some work in broken china. For me, there's a real challenge in creating from a huge diversity of materials, in making them all kind of play nice together. And you put down one piece and it's matte, and the next piece is shiny, and the piece next to that works with these two and makes them seem even better than they were before. And then you put the fourth piece in and suddenly nothing makes sense anymore. And it's this interweaving, working back and forth and finding that balance between the materials. And it raises, for me, raising the level of complexity is one of the things that holds my interest in it. Working with a great diversity of materials means that you have to be open to all the possibilities. But I'm really interested in what happens between the pieces and in the shadows between the pieces. So I will very often sort of work thinking about the negative space, not the actual pieces, the tessera, but the interstices, the spaces between those pieces. And I try and make those lines work. And then I go back to the positive pieces, the tessera and all the little bits of mosaic glass or mineral or beads or whatever they are, and look at it from that angle. And it's got to work from both ways. When we go out in the world, we show one side of ourselves. We tend to have a way that we think of ourselves out in the world. And that may not be everything that we have to offer. And all of these little tessera have all of these little features that we don't always look at. So taking that, making my work about making all of these diverse things play nice together and get along and look good together and support each other and make that piece of artwork more important than it would have been if that little weird piece hadn't been in it. I want to make that look effortless, and I want to make it look serene, and I want to make it look calm and peaceful. And so that's the challenge, because it's not calm and peaceful when it's being made. It's fraught with a high level of anxiety, but ultimately it will come out in the end.